Hi guys, this is Jess, and I'm going to give you guys the full reading. For those of you who are interested in the extended portion of this reading, all you have to do is click the link below in the description box and it'll take you straight there. And you can look and see what else is in store for you guys. So if you're interested, click that link below and we can get started. Otherwise, on with your reading. Take care, guys. Leo, this is Just with your July 2019 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Leo, I have to say that some of you definitely, it's like, it just depends on who you are. Okay. You know what's true for you. You know which side of the road you sit on, because some of you, there's some positive stuff here. And others of you, it is really what it is, which is there's some reversals here that's going on. In the past, it looks like some of you were taking a break, possibly tabling love, or you weren't feeling like your happy-go-lucky loving self. Some of you may have had to heal. Maybe you're taking a step back, or you have to take a step back to evaluate, to assess the situation. There has been some disappointments. Yes, some disappointments. You're overcoming them, but they're still there. Maybe one that really lingers. One, like there could have been three, but one is really still lingering, it looks like. And as practical as you would like to be, as logical as you like to be about the situation, it seems some of you just don't have the strength. You don't have the confidence. You may have wanted to look for work. There's been an issue with that because, again, your strength and your confidence isn't there. Or someone is lacking strength, confidence in you. There's some issues with either someone not pulling their weight financially in the home, the household, that sort of thing. There could also be, and I have to say it, I'm going to say it, there can be some, because this card was not reversed before, so there could definitely be some money woes for some Leo women out there. If you feel comfortable enough to share with us, please do so in the comment section below. You're always welcome to email me, because I just like to get confirmation that it does resonate to someone out there. These cards were not reversed. That's why I want to get some clarity on this. But I do see some financial woes, health issues. Some of you really are having health issues. So if you feel not up to snuff, please go and get yourself checked out. This could also be a feminine in your life. Could be your mother that's not in the best of health. So please see about your mother, see about your aunt. I get double mother. So it could be the mother of your children. It could be your mother. It could be a sister, and then it could be an issue of two women. Like I get, if you live under the same roof of two women, or two women are prominent in your life, they could be at odds with each other, or you're just not in a good place with them. So there's some issues here when it comes to, circumstances in threes. You, Leo woman, if you feel that you're not in the best of health, please get yourself checked out, because there is some suggestions here that your health is not at the best place, and it could be the feminine area as well. Also, Cancer men, you may have gotten some bad news also. So everyone needs to kind of have a good health check, it looks like here. Because especially if there's been a lot of dating, a lot of just going out and being free, looks like some of that is coming to an end, but I'll get into it. Work-wise, some of you may have been all work, all play and no work, and now there's like, okay, I'm you know what, I have to stop. I can't, it could be your health, like I said, or just being out of sorts, and you have to kind of put an end to all of this partying and all of that stuff. Again, I keep getting, to some extent, there is now others of you, I'll say on the positive side, if this isn't you, then you are getting, there's heartbreak, because I still have to flip them around, right? So for some of you that's not in a negative space with those things, you are dealing with heartbreak, but you're taking a more practical, logical, rational approach to it. And there's still abundance in your life. Okay. There is new project and new opportunities out there. But again, the challenge will be for you to either get in the mix of it, or again, to some extent, see the promise in the situation and move forward. Okay. So there's another aspect to look at it. There's drive, there's confidence, there's moving forward. And for others of you, there's lack of drive, confidence, moving forward. Again, something has taken its toll on you, And it could have something to do with the past, 100%. If you have children with someone, you could really be in not the greatest place in your family dynamic. I get family very strongly, so there could be a choice to not speak to mother anymore, aunt, sister, family members. Almost feel ousted especially if it's you and two children. You may feel ousted to some extent. Now, here's the thing. You are fine as far as like you're not desolate. I don't see where Leos are desolate, but there's an aspect here that would suggest that something you had to choose to leave something. So some of you may have chosen to leave a job, or it's an amicable decision that you're going to leave. Okay. External to you, I get that. It's just like a delay. This month is all about having to reestablish your confidence and your foresight. There's something about Leo that is going through the motions. Like, you guys are really going through the motions this month. There's a lot of responsibility to others, especially women. Okay. Or there's a lot of consideration toward others, especially women. Okay. And there may be this idea of not wanting to work on anything at this point. Some things have definitely been revealed. Okay. These full moons have shed light on some things for real. It's in your 6th house if you are a Leo rising, lesser degree if you're a Leo sun. So this does make sense. The full moon is in Capricorn in your 6th house of health, wealth, feeling enslaved. And I feel like some of you are feeling enslaved by either your workplace, and there's a lot of females there, or especially men are feeling enslaved by females in their life. Like they're sucking the life out of them. And then just maybe this idea of like, I can't, I'm not going to work anymore. I'm not going to do this. You may go to work and say, I'm not doing all of this work. I'm not doing all this stuff. Because now you know that it's a lack of other people's effort, drive, or complacency. And you can see it now. And again, like I mentioned, the health situation is quite known. If you go, you'll find that they will tell you, okay, well, this is the problem. Like, you're going to know exactly what your problem is. You may have to probe a little bit. Do a little research, but then don't just settle for what someone wants to say. Try to figure out for your own self, research what your issues, your symptoms are, and see what it can be, and then come to your doctor with, research information of based upon what I know I'm feeling and what I've researched, it could be A, B, and C. I want to get tested at least for these sorts of things. Is what it looks like. Now, I know some people are like, no, what are you talking about getting tested and all that stuff? But it's true. For some of you, it will be true. And if you're comfortable, you can put it in the comment section below. But if you definitely just want to share it with me, email me, because I really want to know it. Now, the second week for this situation, that those of you are just feeling out of sorts. Emotionally, you may feel overwrought, really emotional, or you just don't even have enough emotion to give anymore at this point. You may feel like you can't even fight the good fight anymore, and that you won't. It almost feels like, Leo, you guys are checking out. I don't mean figuratively, obviously, but you're just you know what, hang me up to dry. I'm checking out. I don't have another tear to cry. I don't have another fight in me. I don't have another, I don't, just you don't have it in you. You don't have it in you. There may be one person in your life that is the voice of reason. And this could be, anyone, but she's the voice of reason. She's going to tell it to you straight. She could be a Libra, Capricorn. Well, I guess Capricorn, but I get air energy, but she's going to tell it to you straight. And she'll give you that you can't give up now. You can't turn your back on a situation. You can't ... which is going to give you some reprieve. Now, 3rd and 4th month will be a whole different aspect. So if you're interested in that, you can click the link below and look at the extended. As we get into the finances here, I feel like some of you may feel like there's not enough work out there if you're looking for work. It's, again, guys, you have to understand we're in Mars retrograde. If you've been listening to this type of thing, you've heard it before. I don't know exactly what other readings are out there and to what extent the information is coming to you guys, But Mars retrograde is definitely doing a number on you guys. Saturn now in your sixth house possibly is starting to make its, energies present for you. And it's bringing up, things that if you've been reckless, for some of you, if you've been kind of like out there, and it definitely looks to be that way. Everybody could be in a bad place. If there's been like this, wild time that people have been having, and now things are coming to light. So I just see needing to end something. It's delayed in what you're ending. So you may want to leave your job, but you can't leave your job, or you've made a decision that, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm out of here. But leaving doesn't come out of nowhere, and it's not happening to you. It's something you're choosing to do. I definitely see that there is a end to a relationship, especially if it involves children. So my Leo ladies, it could be you with your two children. It could be more than two, but two children stand out. This could be a very long-standing relationship. There's like the past is rung with so many hard and difficult memories that it's like, I have to leave. I have to go, In the past, you may have realized or may have come to some conclusion, Leo men, that you don't love someone and you've taken a break from them. Or you've been emotionally manipulating someone for quite some time. For Leo men, there's been a lot of emotionally manipulation going on, period, or the male aspect here. You've been manipulated emotionally by someone, or someone's been being overtly emotional, crying, dramatic, more than, usual. I do see that there has been, again, heartache, pain. Okay. Some of you, again, like I said, there could be some STDs that's been spouted around, and it literally has went around to several different women, at least 3 up to 4. Okay. Sex has created all kind of problems with a group of people. Okay. And I feel that there's this, if you're a Leo man, every woman in your life is probably against you except for one. And I feel the one is not a love interest. She's more like a family member, a mother, or something like that. Again, if it's not that they're against you, if this is love, then it could very well be that every woman in your life is having some form of problem. Okay. It could be a financial problem. It could be a health problem. It could be a motivational problem, like someone's just not motivated. Someone's lacking confidence. Sex is definitely an issue. You want to have sex, but you can't have sex, okay, with people. You're tired of going out and frivolously meeting people. Like you want to be done with that. There could be 3 people that you felt stabbed you in your back all at once. Like, I thought things were working with her. That ended, and she's giving me her butt to kiss. This one here has some form of a disease. I'm about to get a divorce from my wife, or she doesn't want me anymore and going to take the kids. Like, you may be at this point sitting in your car, just sitting down and saying to yourself, what the hell happened to my life in the month of July? In some way, you have got to turn back around. And I know some people are going to turn this off and say, I don't want to hear this BS. Here she go again. But a lot of this is for Leo men, or the male aspect in the lives of Leo women. You've got to turn around and say to yourself, well, what part did I play in it? It's kind of like the man in the mirror. What part did you play in this? Because all these women can't come about without you having made a move, right? And Leo women, if you're dealing with a man that he could be a water sign, doesn't have to be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. It just has a lot to do with him having commitment issues, or him being an emotional manipulator against women, him being a womanizer. King of Cups reverse is also, for me, a womanizer. He's been chilling though, but that's because there's been a whole bunch of freaking havoc that's been created. So of course, I guess now you will lay low, especially if your predominant relationship is on the fritz and it involves children, or this has been a long-standing relationship that you have with someone. And now it's like, okay, we have to kind of break up. So there could be that. There's still a couple of women that's on your mind, Leo men, but they're not even sure what they want to do with you. They could have found out that there was another woman, that there's other women, that there's someone in your life still. Like whatever you've not been necessarily honest about, it seems like things are starting to kind of unravel and people don't want to move forward with you. Okay, they don't want to work on things with you. They may feel like you're not trying to put any energy and effort into it. And it just seems like it's a lot to deal with, you know. It's funny because it's like the Leo man shows up in the past and like he kind of disappears for the first 2 weeks of July. So you may find, for some of you who are listening to this, for Leo men, that he's disappeared for 2 weeks. Like, you just don't hear from him. You just don't hear from him. He's gone. You're like, did he die? Like, what's going on? Not saying, literally, but yeah, he's gone. He's out of the dating scene. He's kind of not trying to flirt at work anymore. He's just gone. Second week of July, there may be this aspect of, it's either some Leo is going to confront someone may confront you. Okay. Like, what the hell is going on? What happened to you? That sort of thing. It'll come in a second week. Like, what the hell is going on? What happened to you? Others of you, though, it's like there's someone means the most out of all of them. And even they are affected. And even they have lost some form of the connection with you. And this is Leo men I'm talking about, because the reading extremely one-sided to Leo men, but or the male aspect here. But I'll get into women in a minute. And there's this, the two of you had something, but now you're not speaking. You're on silent. You're silent to each other. Okay, and you can't even defend. Like, you can't fight another fight. You've tried to defend your position with this person for the longest. You can't even do it anymore. You may go silent on this person. Okay. This is when you may go back to, and that's typically what people do. They'll go back to their mother. They'll go back to a wise person when all hell is breaking loose. And this person is like, well, you can't give up. You can't give up. It's not as bad as you think it is. Like, somebody is going to come and shake you and remind you that you still have life and breath inside of you. And because of that, you must go on. There's always a fight to take on. And of course, you're saying, well, this doesn't sound good. Well, if you're a Leo man, then you've got to stop playing around. It's just that simple. And if you're the male aspect here, you've got to stop playing around. If you've been playing around, if you've not, then you've got to come to grips with these women in your life. It could be your mother, your daughter, your wife, your sister, some women at work, somebody that's like people that are sucking the life out of you with their own issues. Because whoever these women are, they're either not happy with you at all, or they have a lot of personal issues that's affecting you. Okay. And someone who at least has their wits about themselves are going to tell you this. But ultimately, you need to be honest with yourself to say, what's really true. No, I don't like to be criticized, and I damn sure don't like to be seen as the bad guy. But is it true? Because if it's true, well, then you can fix it. And that's why the third and fourth week will be a game changer for some of you. If you'd like to check that out, look in the link below in the description box. But for the first 2 weeks, I see all things upside down. Now, if we're talking about the Leo woman here, okay, this heartache, deception, manipulation, this distance between you and your mate has a lot to do with another woman. Okay, other women, rather. Okay, other women. Okay, you're at a point where you stop having sex with your mate. There may be someone, and by the way, every woman here is upside down. So if it's not a sexual issue where, there's like a disease or something, then neither woman is feeling very confident about the placating with your mate. That makes sense. They all feel like they've gotten stung. They all feel like this thing is a little funky and fishy and iffy at this point, right? So there's no one woman here that's like, okay, well, she's, except for, like I said, this outside person. And it could be an outside person. It could be a Libra or Aquarius or Gemini who was unaffected by any of it. She wasn't part of the playing and anything. And now she comes in and a situation can come about between them. Okay, but I feel more and more that this is someone that's kind of being the voice of reason. Leo women, you are now deciding that, okay, my children are affected. I'm affected by the situation. I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm pissed, I'm unhappy, the love we had shared isn't there anymore, and I want out. Basically, I want out, It doesn't happen in the most dramatic way. It's like an epiphany that you get. For me, this is more of an epiphany, like, I really want out. And the external energy here, the male aspect is making plans moving forward in his life too. He's not wanting to work on the situation. And there's some things that has become clear to him. Okay. This full moon has brought things really clear to him. Okay. He can't do, for some of you, this male aspect cannot do the day-to-day, rinse, wash, and repeat. The rinse, wash, and repeat. They want something different. They want something else. Okay. The second week, I do feel like you're going to be extremely emotional. Okay. For you Leo women, you may be extremely emotional. And I don't feel like you'll feel that someone's there to guard you, protect you, to fight for you. It'll just be like you're just out here. I really feel like that way, because the first 2 weeks, there's going to be you feeling as though you're out here by yourself. Your husband or mate may come home every day, but it's like you are alone. You guys don't speak. I don't feel like you lay in the same bed. Like you guys could be in different rooms, or at this point don't even live together. But there's an aspect here where there's a lot of coldness, if that makes any sense. Now, I'll say it this way. If this is just you, right, and it's not, 50 million women, which it really does point to that, but it does suggest that there is problems in your relationship and you're not as practical, logical about the situation. You're not as hopeful. You're not being as desirable or desirous as you used to be. The sex is definitely not happening at this time. Some of you could have literally lost a child, so my condolences if that's the case. And there's no real celebration going on here. You may have tried to. Some of you may have events and things like that you have to kind of do together. You may do that, or you may try to have a false start of maybe like, oh, hi, yeah, oh, you're good? Oh, okay, you want some coffee? Like that type of thing, but then it never goes anywhere. And I feel that the second week of July, you're taking all of these different energies as one woman, Leo women. You still will come to that place of feeling extremely emotionally either depleted or extremely emotional. Okay, because there's some realizations that this relationship really does have to end. Okay, so this isn't going to be, the first 2 weeks of July isn't going to be the happiest. The men are going to check out because, men, I'm not saying all men, but some men, that's how they've never been told it's okay to feel and to analyze. And so they're going to do what they know to do, which is check out. And the women are going to be the ones processing and dealing and doing. That's what it looks like to me. Now, and if everyone's okay, like no one's in this upside down situation, which I find to be extremely fascinating, that all these females are upside down, then there's a lot of hurt and pain that's going to be distributed amongst these women based upon this male aspect here. There's some hurt and pain that two women are definitely experiencing. And then there's an end to a relationship that comes with a permanent person that's going on right now. It could be an end to a relationship. Again, a Leo man is still wanting to move on, but he may be defending his position with another woman that he has a close emotional bond with. Okay. And that's the one he's going to go back to. So it can communicate that way. Again, if I'm reversing these cards back upright, it speaks to that. So I'm going to now, if you want to check out the rest of this reading, look in the description box below. I will go deeper in looking at the aspect for the women as well as the men and seeing how they feel and what we can expect as far as the outcome. You also can check out the third and fourth week in that extended video as well. So otherwise, if you guys would like to share with us how this relates, please do so in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Please, Leo women, this is not anything against you. It is what it is. I'm telling you guys exactly what I see and what I'm feeling here. No one has gotten a good reading, so don't think that you guys are being singled out like you may always feel like you are. But also, this is what I see. So if you would like something personal with me, I could be reached in the beginning and end to this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. The second half of June is a game changer. So just, bear with the reading and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one.